Hi and welcome to this new timeless reading. Let's take a look at what frequency is currently activating in the field, and it's going to be in 3 cards. The first one is the frequency details, the second one is what can be released to accelerate integration, and the third one is advice. So let's see what's going on. And we have the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups, I'm finding a new level of comfort. It's like a deep inner layer of comfort that is now stabilized, that is now available for stabilization, that results from calling back your energy from caretaking other people and nourishing situations and environments. So what I'm getting is prior to this activation, the few days before that, up to 3 days before that, you might have hit an all-time low as the field you were currently in was perceiving this activation being called in and coming in, and did not want you to disconnect from what you were providing, from what it was extracting from you. So if you had co-workers blow up on you, family conflict, any type of a general relationship conflict, was because this frequency was coming in, and people that were benefiting from being very open were to some extent taking advantage way past their welcome, but then wanted to stop, because when it stops, that means they have to face themselves and fill in the blanks and patch the holes and do the actual shadow work to get rid of their darkness, unconsciousness, and unpleasant behaviors that are extractive, Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my throat. Again, this is quite rare that it does that. Like it just gets really tight, and it feels like it's trying to interfere in me telling you all of this. So it might happen a couple more times throughout the video. I'm sorry, but yeah. And damn, that's so intense. Anyways, and so this new layer of comfort that kind of rises from within, stabilizes and safeguards your field, changes your field, is incoming, and it's more than welcome. And in my personal opinion, it's very overdue, because the hell with people not dealing with themselves for so damn long and relying on others like crutches. And the one thing I have to say is the way society is set up encourages that to an extent that's fully debilitating on purpose. So you become the ideal consumer and you stunt everybody else that's trying to grow within your orbit if you're not managing your own needs, pretty much. And I'm not saying to saying to come to a point where you're extremely hyper independent, which could be the case, because that could make sense for some people. But honestly, why just a short example that's coming to mind, why harass a relative or inconvenience a friend or somebody to drive you to the airport when you can just get that taxi ride or that bus ride that takes you straight there for little money? And then people get to go about their own days and you take care of yourself. And I mean, this is not hyper independence, it's actually relying on the greater systems that actually are available and not extracting from people around you continuously when it's not necessary. At some point, the only thing I believe that really is gonna change the fiber of society, like the emotional baseline of society, is people taking a lot more responsibility for their own like emotions, positions, and needs. Because other than that, it will remain the same. And when you think about it, we did not even choose how it's set up. And now that we're more conscious, it's about time we choose to change some things, you know, or take care of ourselves in a different way that we're not so accessible. And now, what is the aspect we can release to activate the integration? And it's the Hierophant. And in the Hierophant, I'm getting it's the end of a karmic contract. So that makes complete sense. That means they're good to go, which like you're not a heartless person for caring about others, caring about yourself over others. You're in a position to do that now, to let them go, because something has stabilized in the field for them as well. And it's time to conclude that lesson, that to some extent imbalanced bond, because karmic contracts are usually to reset balance between two parties. So it's kind of like, unfortunately, most of the time, for what I've seen, it's mostly imbalanced to begin with, even if it's very well hidden from you when it starts. Oh, but yeah. And now the card that was jumping out of the deck is going to be the advice. And we have the Justice, and yeah, it's divine justice. It's the rebalancing that's going on currently. And even if everything looks chaotic, unpredictable, and difficult to process, or even it might look, technologically speaking, if you look at the greater surveillance, everything, it looks like it's going in a very difficult, dark direction. It's accelerating because that energy is in the background actually resetting the scales. So they're trying to, like, in the same respect of this reading, you're getting your baseline to a more stable and comfortable point, and then the karmic contracts and justice is like slowly humming in the background to reset the whole field. And the karmic contracts we have are not only with individuals, they are with various levels of society. And that might be what they are scrambling about, because they sense the end of the extraction is very much coming to a close. So they don't really want that, and they're just pushing with everything they got. And it's quite unpleasant and uncomfortable, but as your inner comfort grows, it's much more bearable. So that's the best investment you can do for yourself currently. Take care of yourself, and I hope this resonated. Let me know.